All right, guys, so I'm coming back today with another brand of tools that I've never seen, but these pliers came across my desk and, well, I thought it was very interesting. They're made in Japan. These are some 6-inch or 150 millimeter pipe pliers that also come with a little handy screwdriver right here that you can obviously also use as a pry bar. This company here is called Tsunoda, I think that's how you say that. And it's mainly Japanese on the packaging here. So let me pull out my little translator tool here. Let me set it up to record here so I can put this on the screen so you guys can see it. All right, guys, so here we go right here on the screen here. So we're gonna go ahead and translate everything with this packaging. The C, it says, what does it say? With driver pump pliers for equipment maintenance, extremely durable, crimped structure. It did say something about caulking, but again, that's just more or less a translation thing there. Let's see what it says over here. 3-point holding, asymmetrical gripping part firmly grips. Symmetrical gripping blade firmly grips round, square, and boards. 40 millimeter pipe diameter, opposite side of nut, 36 millimeter usage range. I think they mean nut is 36 millimeters, but pipe, yeah, pipe diameter, you can use it on up to 40 millimeter pipes and 36 millimeter nuts. And it says rust, strong plating finishes. What professional want is here. Okay, now that's English at the bottom, I know. Let's see what it says on this side. For equipment maintenance, extremely durable, crimped structure. Okay, flip the packaging over here. Start at the top here. Water pump pliers with driver, and let's see, used for intended use, target. Okay, car, motorcycle, and bicycle maintenance, DIY grabbing. I like that. Or DIY tasks such as gripping, pulling, and cutting. All right. It says keep at, okay, then switch back. It says 3-point hold. It says something about keep at 3 o'clock position, but I think they mean just as long as the 3 red points are in contact, you don't have the maximum gripping, asymmetrical gripping part. So basically, they're touting this asymmetrical gripping because if you look at that top point there, you're at sort of the extreme left side of that top, jaw, where the teeth are at. If you look at the bottom, you have 2 dots that are on the extremes of the other jaw teeth, if you will, at the bottom there. Okay, mini 40 millimeter full-fledged tool that can grip 40 millimeter pipes, asymmetrical gripping, so they keep touting it. So it's asymmetrical is the thing here. This tool is non-insulated. Turn off the power before use. Yes, even with insulated, I do that. Do not use for purposes other than was intended when working. Check the safety of your surroundings. Safety glasses. Do not grip thick pipes outside intended range. Beyond its capacity. And then it goes on here to tell you a little bit more about the factory, and it's made in Japan. So yeah, that's it. Let me go ahead and flip this over, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and take this out of the packaging here. And let me get me some good old cutters here and cut these little zip ties here. Turn that over. I don't want to mark my beautiful tool. Some of these tools, I hate getting tools like this. You might wonder why. The reason why I hate getting tools like this is because I don't want to use them. I like how they look. Such a cool thing. Let me set that right there. So, and yeah, again, these are 150 millimeters, so they are about 6 inches long. So these are just some sort of EDC pliers. They're not 4-inch, but again, a lot of people that wear like a side tool sash or a tool. I've seen electricians and things like that have various tradesmen have like little hip tool bags, if you will, and this will fit neatly in one of these. And look how thin that is. I mean, man, let me check and see if I have my calipers over here. All right, I actually did have my calipers at my desk. I thought inside of my drawer. I thought I had left them upstairs. Let's go ahead and open these guys up here. Get a few little measurements here to see what we got here. First of all, let's just do a once over the tool first. Put it on the side with the wording. So again, you can see the wording coming through there, nice and neat. Says the Tsunoda, if I'm saying that correctly, made in Japan. Part number WP-150D. It has 4 steps. And I like how these steps are unambiguous. I like, sometimes pliers, they feel like a little, when you take them to the next step, you don't really, it's almost like you kind of got to make sure you kind of jiggle them a little bit. These right here are just going to fall right in there. This cushion or this dipping on the handle here feels really like rubbery latexy type. It feels pretty good, actually. It's one of the better feeling ones. Like this right here, like for example, on these pliers right here, that feels good, but it's thinner and it's more slicker, if you will. This is a little bit more thicker and feels like a little cushiony, so to speak, more. So this is more cushion grip, I guess, versus say this here. I don't know how well that's coming through, how well that's coming through, how thin those were, but we'll take a look at the thickness on these right here. You can see where if I can focus that, where that is at there. The polishing does look pretty nice on these things. One thing, I can't figure out what this is for. Maybe that's somewhere to put this this tool, like hang it on. But also, it would have been cool if they actually had a thing here where you can, like, as you use electricity, you can use this to make loops on wires, for example. I'm not saying you can't or can use it for that, but you never know. It might, from a utilitarian standpoint, in a pinch, you may be able to do that. I also got over here, it says 24D right here in the back. Yeah, I mean, these things looks really nice and they feel really good. I don't really have any thing to say about them other than that it's cool. And I like how the head kind of stands out, so you can kind of say, like, if you got some stuff recessed, you can kind of get in there because the head has a sort of a thin profile. You can access tighter spots. So let's go ahead and get the measuring here. We're going to look at this in inches here. So the widest this head is, let's go to this part here, is going to be about an inch, close to an inch, about 0.9 inches. And the bottom part here is going to be, that's close enough, is about a quarter of an inch, give or take, The length of this head here, from the back of that right there to here, it's going to be about 1.9 inches. So we just call it 2 inches, but it is 1.9, slightly less than 2 inches. I'm sure they probably put these numbers. If we flip the millimeters, what would it say? 48 millimeters. Okay. Okay. Put it back to inches real quick. Let's check out the profile on this thing. 0.3 inches. So that would be what's 16 divided by 3? That would be 5, probably about a little bit, around 5/16, a little bit more than 5/16 wide. Check out the width of this part here. That's going to be about a 1/8 of an inch, close, roughly speaking. A little bit more than 1/8, because 1/8 would be 0.125. Let's check out the width on this blade here at the top. That's at the top part here. Again, slightly less than, that's more than an eighth. That's probably about somewhere around 3/16 or so, just to give or take. Yeah, I don't really know what else to measure. Oh, let's check the measure on the handle here. Now that's good because the handle here is actually wide here. So like when you put it down, it doesn't like cut right into your hand, so to speak. But with the cushion grip, we can't measure the metal under it. We could say that's close to a half an inch, maybe about 7/16 wide. Then on this side here, you're gonna have about the same thing. So yeah, overall, these are some very not so heavy pliers here. Let me see if I got my scale over here real quick. Actually, I did have my scale over here. I thought I left all my stuff upstairs because I go upstairs, downstairs, sometimes take stuff in the garage. Here, let's just turn this on. This isn't calibrated, but it'd be close enough to let us know what's happening here. Let's see can the scale measure this here? Oh, no, I can't measure it. So this scale has 100, I think it's 100 gram scale maximum. So I don't know what this right here would be, but they're pretty light. Basically, they're pretty light. You can, and one thing I like about the 6-inch is that they're easily maneuverable to get that wide width here. So, one thing we didn't look at, let's look at each level of jaw here. So you can come here, let's start with this one, go all the way out like so. And go down to the 3rd link and the 4th link. Wow. That thing it's pretty wide. It's kind of crazy. So again, these 3 points here is what you want to keep it on that first point. Let's see, make sure I'm right here. Yeah. So if you look at this graphic here, you want that first point to be connected and these 2 at the bottom because they're asymmetrical. So it would be this right here and these 2 points here and here. Or I guess I should say this point here, this point here, and this point here. Yeah, overall, they were only about $15. Pretty nice little pliers. I really like the look of these guys. Let me get everything a little close up, a little dramatic close up just coming by. Then I'll stop for a second right here so you guys can see those really good. Then we'll flip it. Do the other side here and get another dramatic close up here. I mean, you could argue that I don't know how to say judge finishes on tools, because you see this right here sort of has like, I don't know if that's a stylized type etching like at an angle, but and then I don't really know, but it doesn't look bad to me. And then if you look at the screwdriver here, you see sort of like some etching on it. I don't know what the finish is like, but again, these are more utility tools. They're not going to be necessarily for precision or whatever you use these on. You're not going to have to be worried about, is it going to mar it up or not? If you're just going outside to grab some piping and move it, and that's one thing. If you got some piping, say inside of a shower, these are not the pliers you're going to use, obviously. Or if you do use these, you're probably going to wrap it in, say, like a microfiber cloth, and then use these to turn or something, for example. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So anyway, that has been the Tsunoda, water pump pliers with the screwdriver. Interesting. I like multi-tools that make sense. And again, this thing here might have some utility, but it would have been cool if it would have been purposefully designed for something. Some little extra tool here. I'm not sure what that could be. But anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I got an affiliate link down below if you want to help the channel out that way. So take care. If you got any questions, comments, or anything else, put them down below. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Take care, guys. Bye.